Hello everyone, welcome back to Taylor Talks. If you have no idea what's happening, I'm Taylor, I'm the host, and today I have a wonderful, terrific guest, Les Eggemeyer. I said it right?
Correct, you got it.
Thank you for being here, Les. I really appreciate it. So if you guys don't know what UPKEEP is, and this is your first time, so here at UPKEEP we are a home warranty company, but we do things differently. We come out 4 times a year to maintain everything from your HVAC systems, appliances, electrical, and plumbing. And unfortunately, that's really important. Well, fortunately it's important, but unfortunately the reason why it's important is because a lot of people don't know how to do home maintenance.
Do home maintenance, yeah, and home maintenance is certainly important to the resale value of your house.
Exactly, and I feel like a lot of people, once they're getting their home, they may not even think about that. They're in like buying mode. So that's like the last thing on their mind. But yeah, like you said, to resell it, that's pretty important.
It's important, and for the longevity, basically, of your appliances is keeping them maintained, HVAC cleaned, those systems being cleaned, and filters, just simply changing your furnace filter.
Yeah, most definitely, because
those types of things.
It's cheaper to do and have maintenance done than to just hope for the best and pay, the couple grand as it comes, depending, what breaks. And, with inflation right now, water heaters back in the day didn't used to be that terrible, and now it's insane.
The price is insane. It's over $1,000 to replace your hot water heater.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it didn't used to be like that. And especially with the market, things are as is or older homes too, right?
Correct. And the as is homes, those have been kind of interesting to deal with on the market out there. Is that
I bet.
People say, I'm not going to do any repairs or anything, no inspections or anything. Well, you can have your own inspection, okay? But and go through that, and they say, well, I'm not going to fix anything, okay? Well, in some cities, the seller is responsible for fixing anything to bring it up to code and their requirements on getting this stuff done to be able to get occupancy.
Yeah.
Okay, because in like Florissant, if you don't have everything fixed and working, okay, you can't get an occupancy permit, which means you can't even put anything in the house.
Yeah.
Until you have that permit.
That really puts a damper on the situation,
it does.
Right?
And it can be expensive to fix some of these things.
Definitely. Yeah, most definitely. So, guys, home warranties, they're important. Definitely get them. And it doesn't have to be in the contract when you get it. We've had lots of people, after you close or after contract, they still purchase one. Yeah. Even that's a good thing, too. Right.
And for me, in the older homes, I strongly recommend a home warranty, at least for that first year.
Yeah,
okay? Something to protect yourself. Just moving into a new home, you've had expenses of getting there,
exactly.
And all this stuff.
Wanted to buy new appliances, furnish the house. There's all these expenses, so you don't want to have to deal with a random pop-up of something.
Like your air conditioner quit, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can go through an inspection, and the inspector says, well, at this time, everything is working well. It's functioning correctly and everything.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean in an older appliance that, a month from now, it's not going to be working.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are kind of really good, I think, really good ways to kind of protect yourself going into a new older home.
Definitely. Most definitely. So you guys heard it here. Yeah. Make sure you get that home warranty. Talk to your realtor, get it. Because you want to save yourself now. You want to be proactive than reactive, because it's a heck of a lot more expensive to be reactive to the situation at that point.
It definitely is.
Okay, so Les, let's get into a little about you. So you're with Berkshire Hathaway Select Properties, but how long have you been in real estate?
I actually was piddling around with real estate before 2015. 2015, I started. I started in the rehab work. Did that for a few years, and I decided that this is. HGTV makes it look too easy. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Folks, it is not that easy to go through all of this stuff. Anyway,
yeah.
I did that for a little bit, and then I took a little bit of a break from there, and then I came back and decided I was this time, instead of working with realtors on the real estate side, I was just going to go ahead and get my license and do that. So I've been doing that now for a few years.
There you go. And, so what do you enjoy about it?
Working with people.
Yeah.
It can be frustrating from time to time, but most of the time it's fun helping somebody find the house that they're looking for.
Definitely.
And you're working with them. That is the fun part. The other part is I kind of make my own hours.
Yeah, yeah. You can do what you want to do.
I can kind of do what I want to do. It's kind of a time. I can do my own thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically,
exactly.
that's the one thing. It's my business. Okay. I don't really work for Berkshire. I am associated or affiliated with Berkshire,
Yeah.
so I do my own. Have my own company basically to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's along with the work when you want to. You don't have someone right over you constantly. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
it's kind of,
right.
and it's what you make it. I think that's a great point. Is if you don't want to do a ton business, you don't have to go out and prospect as much. Or if you want to do a ton, you just work harder towards that.
Yes.
It's what you make it, and I've heard so many people say that too. It's really what you put in.
It's what you put
get
into
out.
it. Basically, if you want to be successful in any business, show up for work.
Definitely.
That's one of the things to be there. I like Berkshire in that the philosophy isn't sell, okay?
Yeah.
And some people look at me and say that, and I said, my philosophy isn't to sell. My philosophy is to build relationships, okay?
Definitely.
So and work with people, you get to know people, and not just go in and I'm here to sell you something.
Exactly,
okay?
and everyone has, their own life story. Everyone's so different,
Yes.
so it's so neat to find out, how do you get here? What's going on?
How do you get there? And staying in touch with people after they purchase their house, they get moved in and everything, and then see, how are you doing? How's the house going for you?
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting. At closed on a house a couple months ago, the seller, I was the listing agent.
Okay.
And we closed on the house, and the buying agent called me about a week ago and said, hey, they want us, and normally they don't invite the listing agent, but we made a deal work for them to come by and take a look at how they fixed up the house, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
That's kind of neat, and part of what I've done at Berkshire and in the real estate industry is that I have a background in construction.
Yeah.
Okay. And I now have a residential construction certification. Okay. If you want to buy it, if you want to build a new home and you're not quite sure how to deal with your builder, I'd be more than willing to help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
go
know
through
exactly
that.
what to do.
Yeah, and go through, make sure things are being done right.
Oh, exactly.
And then I picked up another certification, okay, and a residential remodeling specialist.
Okay.
You looking at it and go like, gee, I really like my house, but I really want an updated house. Like the neighborhood, like my neighbors. I really don't want to move, but I want an updated house. So we do I do a process which says, okay, if you were to sell your house right now, this would be the value. Okay, if you make these repairs that you want to make your house, modernize your house, or update your house, this is what it would be worth. Okay, so you can choose to sell now, update it, and then sell it. It gives you some options to work with.
Exactly, it gives them an idea, because I think a lot of people don't realize how much it can sell for more if they do all the updates.
If you do some. The thing is that what the current value is, what the repairs or updates are going to be, and then is it worth it?
Yep.
Are you at least going to recover what you updated?
Yeah. Is it going to make sense in the
is it
long run?
dollar wise?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we know you do the real estate and you know about rehabbing and construction, but do you have any hobbies outside of real estate or anything that you enjoy doing?
Yes.
What is that?
I do. I love the outdoors. I like to be outside. I can go out and sit on the back and just watch the stars go by, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And fishing.
Awesome.
I have already on my calendar. My son and I are going fishing. Not this Friday, next Friday. I'm taking the day off.
There you go.
We're going fishing. We're going out, and just enjoying life a little bit more.
Definitely.
I was in the office a couple weeks ago, and the broker reminded me about work-life balance.
Oh, no.
And I thought that was pretty cool. He said, make sure you're taking care of yourself too. So, and as I love working for Berkshire, it's been really fun working there.
That's awesome. Well, and it's actually really nice when someone notices that you've been putting in a lot, and they're like, hey, you need to go take some time for yourself. What are you doing back in here? So that's really nice. And I mean, I guess a lot of people don't realize, but Missouri actually has a ton of different places you can go and hike around and do different things.
True. There are a lot of places to go. You know, I've lived I grew up in Southern Illinois, and between Southern Illinois and the St. Charles, O'Fallon area up here, that's where I've lived.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are a lot of things to do, and I realize sometimes there are a lot of things I haven't even done yet. You know, and they go like, "Wow."
I'm on a Facebook like group or page, I guess, and it's like hiking places in Missouri, and they'll name these places. I'm like, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
So it's so neat. Because I've been to Colorado and stuff. In my head, I'm like, oh, Colorado's so cool and stuff. But I didn't realize Missouri has its own places that you can go, and it's fun.
Explore Missouri.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot to see here.
We actually have the most caves out of any other state in the United States. Now, I read that, I think I was in 3rd grade actually, and I remembered that fact for years. But I thought that was so interesting. Because, like, you know, with Merrimack Caverns, there's something down, I think it's in Springfield or Branson area or something like that. But yeah, there's all these different caves and everything, and I did not realize that. I was like, wow, that's kind of neat. Kind of cool. And then finally, so what is the best way to get in touch with you? Do you prefer email, phone call, text?
I prefer personal contact. I mean, working with people.
Yeah.
You know, texting is fine. Okay, email is fine, but I'd like to meet with people and go over
face
stuff.
to face.
Yeah, face to face, and if you want to hire me as your realtor, okay, I want to sit down with you and find out what it is you really want.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want in a house? So if you're a buyer and you want to buy a house, so you're looking to buy a house, I want to do a thing called a buyer's consultation with you. So find out what it is you're looking for, what's important to you. In the house you're looking for, what's important to you in a realtor, all of those questions. You can go to my phone number, okay, is an easy way to find me, is 636-541-3461.
Awesome, and I'll put this in the description, and in the video I'll have it pop up so they can see it as well.
That, and I have a website. There's a website out there called Eggemeyer Homes, and that's EGGEMEYER homes.com.
Perfect.
I'm on Facebook. Okay, I have email, so.
You got all the things. Well,
I got all the things are there.
Exactly.
Okay?
So, guys, if you want to talk to Les, especially if you're building, it sounds like he knows exactly what he's talking about, and he'd be a wonderful contact for that, especially trying to navigate so many things right now in this market.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things that, you know, while we're on the subject here, I guess. One of the things I like to do is talk with people. And people will say, well, I'm not really ready to buy a house or sell a house, but I have some questions. Or if you get a house, I don't know if I want to sell right now or not. Call me. We'll talk about it. I'll answer your questions, okay? And then when I've got all your questions answered, and we can do a process which we call real estate review, I'll give you an idea. Your house is worth about this to this, okay? And you can decide on what you want to do. I'm going to give you that, answer your questions, and I'm going to tell you, when you're ready to do anything or whatever, call me, because I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to call you 15 times asking you are you ready now? Are you ready now? I'm not going to do that. Okay?
You're going to give them some space.
Just don't do that. You got to have space, and if you answer your questions and decide, no, I think I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. So
just questions about real estate, give me a call.
Yeah, talk to Les, guys. Well, Les, thank you so much for being on today. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. I had a great time. I love learning about what you do and learning more about you. It was great.
It was great. Well, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you next time. See ya.
Take care.